Ed, it's gonna happen. It's ADD personified. Oh, the moon hits your eye. Ed, I had worked for Ed for a while. When I moved to Nashville, he was also moving to Nashville, and so I worked for him, kind of as a runner, and would sort of assist on some of the sessions and stuff I did, whatever. In that season, there would be these days where Ed was goofing around with learning some program or something, and I would be hanging out in the studio working. And there was this one day where he found this really cool drum loop he liked, and he started playing all the stuff on top of it, and I was kind of like, what is this? Like, I don't know, I'm just goofing off. And so we kind of wrote this song, and I sang, and it was just really off the cuff. It was like a verse and a chorus, and I sang I wrote the lyric really quick, sitting in the back of the room. And we always loved it. I remember I was so excited that we had done this whole thing, and I was trying to get my thing going, and that Ed had taken the time that day to sort of mess around with and write something together. And that song later became Can't Grow Tired of Your Love. And we needed a couple more songs. I remember Ed was like, dude, do you remember that thing that we messed around with, had a different title? I don't know if it actually was a different title, maybe the same, but the lyrics were different. And he was like, I wonder if it's worth, messing with that. And so we brought it back up, and I redid the lyrics and rewrote it. And we had Scott Williamson and Jackie Street come in and play on it. And it was this really cool moment of like, I was like, I don't think this is gonna work. And then hearing them play on it, and it was so, to me, R&B and Blue-Eyed Soul, that I was like, I love it, but I don't know if people are gonna really get it. Maybe one of my favorite stories about the whole record, and this is a true story. This is so one of those like secret stories nobody really knows about. So in Can't Grow Tired of Your Love, if you go to 2 minutes and 28 seconds, Ed, and listen really closely, Ed is playing a guitar solo. This is a true story. I was sitting in the room, Ed is playing the guitar solo, which is a fantastic solo. And in the middle of the take, he is so into it, he's got his headphones on, he farts in the middle. This is a true story, in the middle of the guitar solo. So I'm sitting there holding my mouth, and he doesn't know he's done it because he's so into it. But I can't hear I can just hear him playing, and the fact that he just rips one in the middle of the solo. So he gets done, I can finally start laughing, and he's like, what? And I'm like, dude, you literally just farted in the middle of a guitar take. And he starts laughing, he's like, shut up. I'm like, yeah. I was like, you didn't feel that? And he's like, I don't know, man, I was feeling something. We rewind it. You can't hear it because he's such a good musician that he farted in the key of the song. And so we literally left it in there. It's just sort of like one of those little Easter egg, things that you laugh at later. That I thought, if I ever do a commentary of this album, that's going to be my favorite story to tell. And the fact that not only did he left it in there, but he scooted it to where it was in time. It was barely at time, but he didn't have to do anything else to it because it was in the key of the song. So if you're listening to it, like I said, go to 228 and you'll hear, I don't even know what it sounds like, but he and I freaked out so hard that it sounded like something enough to not pull it out of the track. So Ed is such a musician that he farts in tune and in key and in time. So I've tried, it doesn't work for me, sadly.